My name is Luann Sherman, and I'm from Clovis, California. That's where I live, which turned out to be really lucky for me because that puts me in the same state as Matthias Allen. Anyway, about 2 years ago, I weighed 80-some pounds more than I do right now, and I felt stuck in a rut. I'd been losing my hair since 2003, and I didn't like the way I looked. And about 2 years ago, I asked myself, what do I want the rest of my life to look like? What do I want it to be? What do I want to do? And I decided that I didn't want to spend whatever years I have left in this world just sitting in front of the TV eating Oreo cookies. And that was basically what life was like 2 years ago. When I was a young girl, my appearance meant everything to me. As a matter of fact, it did for, well, up until my mid-30s. So I knew that part of changing my life and becoming the person that I wanted to become meant changing my appearance, and where I had to start was weight. So for the last 2 years, I've been losing weight. I'm not at where I'd like to be today, but I've gained a lot of ground. My appearance, it went beyond that. Obviously, losing weight was the starting point. I also had to learn to accept that it was time to wear wigs, which was something I didn't think I could do back in 2003 when my hair loss started, but I was able to. My hair loss was so bad by last summer that I had no choice. I started wearing wigs, and I learned that wigs had changed a lot since the early days of my wig wearing. They look a lot more realistic now, and I look just plain fantastic in them. I love them. I embrace them. They're part of who I am. I'll be 66 years old on Friday. I wear wigs. I'm not the weight I should be. I've got a lot of hanging skin from weight loss, but you know what? I can still feel beautiful with makeup. It's about makeup. So another thing I did, about maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I started watching makeup tutorials online on YouTube. And I would follow one person after another, and naturally I came across Matthias. And I would have a ball watching him work on his mother especially. I would bounce around between YouTubers, but I always went back to Matthias because he seemed, well, first of all, he seemed to know more than everybody else. I watched the before and afters of the women that he did, and I couldn't believe it because he was the only professional makeup artist who not only worked on older women like me. I use photo filters before I will post a photo of myself to social media. When I was looking at Matthias's work, I realized that I probably wouldn't even have to filter my photos. We could probably accomplish that, or come awfully close to it, just with him doing my makeup. And better yet, me learning how to do makeup the way he's taught me. So I don't like to travel, and as I said, I live in California, and Matthias is in Hollywood, California. It was a little more than a 4-hour drive, but I eventually realized that if I ever wanted to get makeup right, I was going to have to see him face to face. I don't know how to Skype. I'm a Luddite. With me, I needed hands-on training. And so once I made that decision, or once I came to the realization, I have to meet this man, I couldn't wait. And I was so surprised when I contacted Matthias. I was able to get in when I wanted to. You know, I was afraid he'd be booked out like 6 months or a year, and no, I was able to get in exactly when I wanted to. So he's very accommodating. And we arrived in Hollywood last night, and I was so excited. And this day has been a dream come true. He was able to use my own makeup, largely the makeup I brought, the stuff I already owned. But he, through his skill, his tremendous talent, he was able to take that makeup and turn me from a Salazar into a silk purse. And that's exactly how I feel about it. I think I look fantastic. I'm due to have a neck lift and a facelift 3 weeks from today. And I thought this is putting the cart ahead of the horse a little bit, doing the makeup and then doing the facelift after. But actually, I don't regret it because he's going to send me a video of this, and I'll just keep replaying that until I get his technique down for me. I don't want you to make any YouTube mistakes like I did. I used to watch videos and I would look for the product links that these estheticians were using on their clients and thinking, well, if I buy those products, I'm going to be able to put them on me and look as good as these clients do. It doesn't work that way. I bought a lot of makeup only to find that I didn't know how to use it. Or I learned today some of my makeup was way too dark for me. But most everything we used I had, but some things were just too dark. And I learned that I really didn't have a clue when it came to how to apply makeup correctly in a way that would be most impressive, most flattering to my features and what I'm dealing with. And so that's the story. My dream came true. And if money were no object, I'd be doing this on a regular basis. Because who doesn't want to have somebody else do their makeup for them, right? This experience has been about empowerment. Just knowing that I'm going to be able to recreate this with practice makes me feel like I don't have anything to fear anymore in the looks department. I'm going to learn how to do this. And when I do this myself, I'm going to go out in public. I'm not going to have to hold my head down. I'm very, very proud of the way I look for 66, well, on Friday, I'll be 66 years old. And thanks to the magic of Matthias' hands, oh my gosh. You know what I really feel? I feel younger. I feel fresh. I feel younger. I feel empowered. Who wouldn't want to feel this way? And thank goodness I found Matthias. Thank goodness I finally got the message. This is not something you can duplicate by going into a department store and just buying the cosmetics and go, because those people are there to sell you a brand. They're working on commission. Matthias is here to teach you how to bring out you. And he's the only person who does this. Nobody else, no other professional makeup artist takes on everyday people like me. He's it. He's the only cat on the block. And I was very lucky to find him. And what a wonderful, wonderful experience this has been. I feel fantastic. And I'd recommend this to anyone. I've got juice. I've got energy. It's been a great day. I mean, I cherish this memory. I feel beautiful. And I know a lot of his clients say the same thing. They don't want to wash their faces ever again. Add me to that list. I don't ever want to have to wash this off. But I will learn to recreate it eventually.